If you're going to have a great morning, a miracle morning, a wonderful morning, whatever you want to call it, you need to start the night before, getting a good night's sleep. We are talking about how to build a morning routine that will change your entire life. Some of y'all were like me, professed night owls, right? We could just stay up all night long watching TV, doing nothing of real substance for the most part. And it would be very difficult for us to get up in the morning. And so what would happen was I would stay up all night and then I couldn't get up in the morning. And so my days would start off crazy. When I say I was being rushed, I was behind, I was cranky, irritable, stressed out, all those things. And then when you are like that, and especially when you're a parent, it makes it so hard, even on your children or your spouses, when you wake up in a very rushed mood, right? I was trying to get my child to school on time, all these things, and it just wasn't working. And I was wondering why my days were so sucky, right? I was wondering why every day I felt like crap. I mean, I was tired and I felt stressed out. And then I read this book called The Miracle Morning. And that book literally changed my life. It's important for us to realize that we are stressed. There's so many things that are going on in our nation. There's so many, wars, and every time you turn on the news, there's something happening. Every time social media comes on, something is going on, and it requires our attention, which also makes us stressed. And so many people have talked about taking leaves of absences from work because work is stressing us out. I found that this morning routine helps me mitigate my day. We all have this morning struggle. Sometimes you may have difficulty waking up, right? You might find it really hard to get up out of the bed. I know I used to find it super hard to get up out of bed, but I have an antidote for that, right? Do you find yourself hitting the snooze button? Just keep on hitting the snooze button. When you hit the snooze button too often, it actually interrupts your natural sleep cycle, right? It interrupts your natural wake cycle and it leads you to grogginess throughout the day. And most people don't know that, right? Like you think that you're going to just hit the snooze button because you're just going to get a little bit more sleep, but it really does mess you up. And also, it gives you communication challenges. I just want you to notice when you wake up like that, how does the rest of your day go? I can guarantee you it's not good. I mean, the only reason why I'm speaking from experience because it has been that way for me. And then I start feeling guilty because I done yelled at my babies because I didn't get up on time in order to prepare myself for them. And so then you have this, my favorite, a lack of positivity. You got all these negative thoughts and stress that's running through your mind and affecting your mood when you do not get up early or get up on time and do this beautiful morning routine that I'm going to share with you today. First of all, this is just a stressful time of the year. And then there's just so many things going on that just causes us stress. And so it reduces stress, it enhances your productivity. In my morning routine time, that probably would have never come to me had I not started this practice. And then better time management. I don't know nobody on this planet who don't want better time management. We are all stressed. We all have some place to go. We are all booked and busy. So having better time management is definitely something that we all want. And then 4 out of 10 people said they experience less stress when they get a good night's sleep. And we are going to talk about that. I heard this saying from somebody that I think sparked me to begin looking for a new way of being and a new way of operating. And they said, you cannot be in a bad financial situation and complain about it when you're staying up all night watching other people make money. So I'm like, well, if I'm not going to stay up all night watching TV, what am I going to do? And the thought was, you going to sleep, ma'am. You're going to go to sleep so you can get up tomorrow. And maybe you won't feel like crap when you get up tomorrow. First of all, if you're going to have a great morning, a miracle morning, a wonderful morning, whatever you want to call it, you need to start the night before. What do I mean? You need to start the night before getting a good night's sleep. That's what that meant. That meant I had to go to bed. That meant that I had to focus on getting 8 hours of sleep. And going to bed at 10 or 11 and waking up at 8 hours, 5 a.m., that ain't 8 hours. So I had to readjust my schedule. So that meant I had to go to bed earlier. So when we're talking about the miracle morning, the beautiful morning, the miraculous morning, all of that, you are going to bed early the night before. So my goal right now is to get in bed at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I've been able to get in the bed at 8 and then go to sleep by 9. But I'll tell you, my days are long. And so I'm pretty tired by the time my kids get into bed at 8 o'clock. And so that's the first step. Okay, I'm just going to say this. You're not going to have no miraculous morning if you go to bed at midnight and try to get your life up at 4 or 5 a.m. It's just not going to happen. It don't work that way. And I had to learn that the hard way because I'm like, I'm about to do this miracle morning. I'm about to do this. But I kept on going to bed late. And I'm like, why I don't feel good? Like he said in the book, why don't I feel well? And you don't feel well because you ain't getting enough sleep, boo. That's the first part. So go ahead, get you a good night's sleep, get in the bed so that you get at least 8 hours of sleep, whatever that is for you. And whatever time you wake up, make sure you get 8 hours of sleep. Okay.